Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name, now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gon' be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap, I thank the Lord for the day I was on 8th Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Flown to DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fam. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jam. Shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
Shalom Israel. With ISUPK, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. 1969, Commanding General Yohana, ISUPK started. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. As a matter of fact, if you're not in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, you're not in the truth. My name is Officer Gazak Shupar 50 out of South Carolina camp. And we're teaching Lashawar Kodash class tonight. And we want you guys to grab a pencil and paper, get your favorite beverage, sit back. And I'm not going to say relax, just get yourself prepared for the class. Write down any notes you need. We're going to talk about we're going to mix Lashawar Kodash with a little notes. We'll look how we came out of Egypt, Exodus, I believe it's 19 and 1, yeah. And just mix a little Lashawar Kodash with it, and then we'll, as students present themselves in class, we'll go over some of the characters. We'll go over like we do every week. We have a brand new Lashawar Kodash chart, as you see. It's real kind of Israelite school, one of the original charts, We'll have Lashawar Kodash, and Lashawar Kodash means Lashawar, holy, Kodash is tongue. Kodash means to set apart, to separate yourself is badalka, badal-ka. But Kodash is to set apart yourself, pull yourself. It's pretty much the same thing as separate. Words in Israel have a lot of common usage, a lot of different uses. You can take a word and use it in different ways. You can take a word and use it different meanings, when you use words like, that's one of them, set apart, Kodash, right here. Or here it is over here. Kodash on the board, which means holy, actually means holy. That's what it really means, to set apart. It really means to set yourself apart, right here. And that's what the Most High wants you to do, Yahweh. He wants you to set yourself apart. I see we have young man, was that Daquan Curse, yeah? We'll have some more students coming in, all right? And of course, we'll get into this right here. And then we have time, maybe we can go over trying to do some basics here and go over a few things out of the Bible, how it talks about when we came out of Egypt. And the Most High commissioned us to do something. He told his people, he was talking to the men. Well, that's what we do. We make men in ISUPK here. There's no men perpetrating and walking around thinking they're boys. You come in here in ISUPK, you become a man. That's what it is. No matter what age you are. And the women, when you're a woman, now you're going to become, you're a daughter of Israel, Bath or Banath. Depends on which understanding of Hebrew you use. But when you come in here, you're going to learn how, if you've never learned how before, you'll learn how to become a woman. You were a little girl, now you're going to learn how to become a woman. That's why it takes 6 months to come in here to choose a mate, or just to get yourself together. If it takes a year, that's fine too. But we make men here in the School of Practical Knowledge, Israelite School of Practical Knowledge under command of General Yohana, and women, of course. And therefore, if you have real men and real women, guess what? You got real families. Because children are going to come out of that. And that's what we want. Well, we have, in Exodus, we'll read a little bit about it. Little excerpt here. Let's read a little bit. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were going forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. And that's what pretty much happened. So we'll go with this. We'll give it a synopsis, and then we'll go with some of the words here and how they put apart. Because I'm saying to you, out of that little Exodus that we did, we came out in the 3rd month, the Most High said he wanted us to set ourselves apart to serve the Most High. We came out of Egypt on 3rd day. We should have been doing that way back a long time ago. But when he pulled us out, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, later on we had the curses. But we came out of Egypt in that bondage under them Africans right there, and those wicked Africans, you know, and we'll get into that a little bit. We found out the Most High said, look here, line yourself up together, set yourself apart, and let's do these things. He's getting us ready for all the things we have to do. It says in the 3rd month when the children of Israel were going forth, with Exodus 19:1, were going forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. You know, that's where they came. There was in a hot desert, man. The Most High came there in the wilderness of Sinai with them. The Most High's going to be with them. Then it says, before they departed from Rehoboam and were the coast of the desert of Sinai and had pitched in the wilderness. And there Israel camped about before Mount Sinai, because only Moses had gone up there. You'll find out. And Moses went up to Yahweh, and the Lord called him out of the mountain, saying, thus say thou shalt say to the house, or Bariath, that's the word house. We'll put it here. We'll say house. Most High is basically saying this house right here, if I'm not mistaken, that word is Bariath. Let's see if we get it here. Bariath, the house of, you say, let's see here. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Get it straight here. Yeah, the house, it says, and Most High went up to God, went to the Most High, and Moses went up to the Most High, and the Lord called him out of the mountain, saying, thus say to the house of Jacob. Okay? The house of Jacob. There we go. And we'll get those words here. We'll show you what that means. But what he's saying here, out of the house to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. So he wants to tell the children of Israel what is Moses going to tell them? Because he's saying, let's read it again. And Moses went up to Yahweh, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, you know, the Most High is like Moses, you know, Most High generally use angels to call, that's their servants to us, and the Most High will use that medium or that means to call, and say Moses, because he's going through the voice of angels, because everybody has a hierarchy and gets an order. So he's using the angels, and he's saying, and Moses went up to God, and the Lord called him out of the mountain, saying, thus say thou, say to the house of Jacob, tell the children of Israel, ye have seen what I have done, what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you in eagle's wing and brought you unto myself. See, we'll start right there. Let's see who all's in class right here. Well, we get a little bit more hot in the head. We got people checking in from got Adrian and Quan. Yeah, very good. All right, Adrian. Ain't seen you in a while. Very good. Got Adrian and DeQuan. And a few other students joining in class. Glad you can have you here. Well, we're talking about, to reiterate, get your Bibles out, and we're talking about Exodus 19:1, how the children of Israel were brought out of Egypt. We're going to go over a few of those words that we can show you what they mean. Okay? And show you, how they're spelled and what they mean. And so you'll have a better understanding. Once you can see the word, you'll understand a little bit about what it is. Okay? So, of course, Yahweh, we'll put a little bit, let's see if we'll write this in maybe paleo. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll make it a little bit, because sometimes they put this in Assyrian. Yah, and we'll have I. They still not spell it different. Quab, like this. Okay? Right there. Well, go back here for this one here. Make sure I get this one right here. And then I went up to the Lord, the Most High, count on the mountain. Yeah, mountain. Okay. It is right here. This word Har, like that. That means mountain. Okay? And Jacob, oh, let's get to Bariah. Do this just right here. Slack it. Until the house is Ba, like that. Bariah, like this. And then of course we have a Ta, like that. That's Bariah, house of Yaquab. Okay? Let's write it down up here a little better. All right? Yeah, here. We'll say Yah. I think it's, let's do, like this. Okay? House of Jacob. Okay? Sorry, I'm slacking for that. All right. And then what we have is this. I'm saying, who are Israel? That's, we're set apart to serve the Most High. Of course, you know the Most High's name is Yahweh. Yahweh. Like that. Yahweh. Okay? Yahweh. All right? You write Yahweh, of course, in paleo like this. Yah. And then, of course, you have Ha. Let's look some of the words up here in Hebrew. Ha, right here. If you look on your chart right there, Ha. And then you have Wa next to it. Okay? Then, and so, a lot of people try to call him Elohim, but his real name is Yahweh. Yahweh. Like that. Yahweh. Okay? So we'll say Yah. Let's put the connectors here. Yaquab. Yaquab. Like that. Okay? And house is Bariah. So we say Bariah. Oh boy, let's get this one built right here. Bariah. Yeah, there you go. Bariah. Okay? So, then we're going to say, who are Israel? We are. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are Israel. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are set apart. That means we're holy. And that's what this word spells, Quadash. Or you can use the word Badal and put Ka, the preposition on the end, Ka, Badal, Ka, to separate, same thing. To serve. Okay? I-Kad. That's in Paleo, and this is in Assyrian. And 3 months out of Egypt, the Most High did this. This is what he said when he came up to us. He told Moses to go up, and this is what he wanted us to do. Because we're set apart to serve. You know, he told them. He commissioned and told his children of Israel, this is what he wants you to do. Then he said this, verse 4. We have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare unto eagle's wing, and brought to the favorite, brought you to myself. What he did was take us out of Egypt. You know, he drowned all the Egyptians, all of them in the Red Sea, out of Sinai right there. And in 3 months, that was on the 3rd month when he did what he said and let's go back into verse 19:1. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, this is 19:1, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. So in 3 months, and that word for month, let's see, I think it's Kadash. Let's see, in 3 months, no, let's look it up. make sure, I think it's Kadashim. We're going to look it up. Let's look up, okay. And the third, Shalash. There we go. So we say Shalash. Shalash. And then we're going to say month is Kadash. Kadash, just like that, okay? Just like you see on the board, Shalash, Kadash is like 3 months. And then of course you have to put Kadash Yum on the end to make it plural, like that. Okay? And of course, Egypt is Matazarian. Well, we'll write that on here. It's like Ma, Ta, have enough room here. Zarium, Za. Let's see if I got enough room. Matazar, Matazar, Ra. There we go. Okay. Matazar, and then we're going to have Matazarayum, Ra, Yum. There we go. Okay, that's Egypt. So in the third month, the Most High did this. He told us, out of Egypt, because he was giving Moses a commission. He was telling him, come up to my mountain, man, I'm getting ready to tell you something. And that's what the word said we're writing down here. In the third month, we'll get into some numbers in a little bit, how we talk about month. But if you want to say a month, you say Shalash. I'm sorry, Kadash. You want to say months with plural in the third month. So, right there. But if you want to make it plural, you say Yom. Okay? But in here, we have the third month. It's like the third month. Shalash Kadash. Or you say it's actually backwards. I got it written backwards here. Let me write it the right way. Let me write it the other way. Let me write it the other way. Let me write it backwards from right way. And just remember, Hebrew is written from right to left, so you'll understand. Okay? So you'll understand that Shalash, like this. Okay? Then you want to write Kadash. Okay? Let's make sure we get it right, get the spelling right anyway. Third month, Kadash. Yeah, there we go. Kadash. Month. Kadash, yeah. There we go. Kadasha. There we go. Kadash. That's month. And this is Shalash. Okay? So when you write in Hebrew, you always want to write it from right to left. That's the reason why I turned it around. Because I'm so used to writing English over here, third month. But of course you can't do that. You have to put it in a format from writing Hebrew from right to left. Okay? That's what we have to do. So we say Shalash Kadash, the third month out of Matazarian. That's how you would do that. So we would write Shalash Kadash Matazarian. As a matter of fact, I'll put it over here so it'll be, and I don't have the room on the board, so let's at least try to get it halfway right. Ma, Ta, Taza, Ra, Matazariya, actually. See here. Well, yeah, it is. Matazariyum. Matazariyum. There we go, right there. Okay. That is the word Egyptian. Matazari. Okay? So basically, he told the house of Jacob, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, in the name of Christ, Yahweh, that Yahweh, the Most High. We'll write his name up here, right here. The Most High. Okay? He told Moses, okay? We'll write his name. We'll write Moses' name. If you got any questions, just type them in the chat, you know. He told Moses to do this. We'll even write the word Sinai. Let's write it down here. We'll write the word Sinai. Third month, right there. Let's write Moses' name up here. Let's see if we can do it. See if we got some room up here. Moses. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do for Moses here. See if I can look that up. Anyway. Okay. Here. All right. Ah, there it is right there. Let's see. Okay, they call him Ma. Shah. Okay, so it's Ma like that. And then, of course, in Hebrew, in the Paleo, we have connectors. And, of course, you know the connectors. And for instance, I mean, if we're going to say Mashah or Moses, you say Ma, you put a connector, and that connected upside down U will represent, what it will represent is what you call an independent connector. And the independent connector goes with it the idea of having an independent sound. So we say Ma, then we say Shah. And then we have to put the Ha right here. Right here. Right there. Oh Lord, I got that. Slocky. I'm using Paleo and Assyrian. Okay, there we go. Ma Shah. Slocky. Sorry about that. And then we use the Ha. So we use Ma, then we use Ha, and then we use Ma Shah right here. Like that. That's better. Sorry about that. There we go. So I'm writing both in the same tongue there. But the Assyrian language has both Paleo and Assyrian. I'm sorry, the Hebrew language has a Paleo and Assyrian. So in the Hebrew, when you write the Paleo, you have to use connectors, and that's what it is. And sometimes you get you get some of the symbols back and forth, kind of confused there a little bit. Sometimes I'm gonna try to use Paleo here, make it one thing, so we'll have to, when you look on the board, you'll be able to see it. That's the top line up here. The top line right here. All of that, if you can see it pretty clear, is the Assyrian language. I mean the Paleo language right here. The bottom line along here is Assyrian. Down here is just simply a handwritten choice. And we'll get into the Assyrian a little bit. Let's see who else is checked in down here. Got Shah, Officer Shah. Was in class last night. Okay? So let's finish reading. Let's read a little bit more about this right here. Let's read what Moses did. Verse 5. Well, let's read verse 4 again. We have seen what I did to the Egyptians. And like I said, the Most High devastated the Egyptians. He meant business. He took us out of Egypt, and he took the Pharaoh, took the Egyptians, and dropped their chariots into the Red Sea. And the Most High said, look here, this is what I've done for you. I brought you out. After that third month, the children of Israel were gone out. That's what we said. Salash Kadash. Okay? Matazarian. The third month out of Egypt. That's what he's trying to say. This is what I want you guys to do. Because he wanted them to go, Moses to go to Sinai. So this is what he did. Now therefore, Therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant. You know, the Most High, He wants you to keep His covenant. That's why we're here. We're here to keep the Most High's covenant. We are Israel, set apart, Quadash, or Badal, to serve Ibad, the Most High. Not in the third month necessarily. They just talking to Moses necessarily in this third month, that same day. This is what He gave Moses and Israel. He told Israel. He told the family. He told Israel. Told the heads of Israel. This is what I want you to do. You know, so you won't get into the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. This is what the Most High wanted us to do. We are Israel. That's why I said, Maya. Say, so, I have this backwards actually. It's Maya Yasharala. I'll write it here. Let's put it over here like this. Maya. The room on the board here. No excuse, but that may be a problem sometime. We'll write it right here, okay? Who are Israel? He told us who are Israel. Maya Yasharala, okay? To set ourselves apart, man. Get ourselves, because we're getting ready to do something here. We're going to, Moses get ready to go up into this mountain. We have some more people checking in. It's good. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice, verse 19 and 5, indeed, and keep my covenant. That's the whole key. Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. Why does the Most High want you to be above all people? Because He's above all. The Most High sets Himself apart to be the Most High. So why in the world would He want anything less? He didn't set the other nations apart. Let's read this again. That's how you know we're Israel. Because of this, it applies to us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know we're Israel. Who are Israel? We are set apart. Here it is right here. Quadash, Ibad, to serve the Most High. And that was the commission we got out the third month out of Egypt. Of course, the Most High was making sure He tell Moses, Mashah, He was telling him that I go to the house of Jacob or the house of Israel, they're both, Jacob, go to them. Go to the house of Jacob. And then basically, and ye shall be, let's read 5 again. Now therefore, if you obey my voice, indeed. Now all these things have, if you do something, then I'm going to do this for you. If you don't, oh man, you're getting ready to get a curse. And so the Most High say, all right, let's do this. So He's talking to Moses, third month out of Egypt. He said, now therefore, if you obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. Now that ain't some. Above who? Above all. That ain't a little bit of people. You're talking about the entire earth. Everything you see, everything you walk, above all people. For all the aratazah. That's what earth means. That's what the word in Hebrew. We'll write that word down. Ra-ta-za. It means earth. Okay? We'll catch up to some of these things. Here it's see if I got some room. I'll put Yahweh's name over here. Yahweh. Okay. Yahweh, yeah, okay. And then we have Aratazah. We have right in Paleo, okay. Ra, then we have Ra. Then we have Tazah. There it is, right there. Aratazah. See, we have to put the connectors on Aratazah. We say then we say Ratazah. Let's see. How did I do that? Ra-tazah. Let's say Ra-tazah. You can do it like that. Some people do it like that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a decision. The way I want to talk tonight. Let's put it that way. Let's do this. We're going to say then we're going to say Rataza. Rataza. Then I'm going to put taza. I'm going to put everything has an independent connector on it. Okay, let's see who else we have. Because sometimes you can make a dependent connector out of those two. We have Ayana. That's right, Shar. That's right, Shar. Very good. Shar saying that's right. He's exactly right. In the third month, he knows. See, Officer Shar and I know that when you are Israel, man, you set apart. You set apart to Akkad. You're set apart to Akkad. So let's put the connectors on Akkad here. Then you want to put a dependent. So in Akkad, was to serve the Most High, it goes like this. If you look over here, on here, you see an I right there. And then you see a Ka right here. We're right in paleo. Top line is paleo. And then, of course, the Syrian, if you look down here, you'll see the same match. You see the I right there. There's the I. And the Syrian right there in blue. Same thing. See if I can get on this side. There we go, right there. I, Ka, Da. That's an Assyrian. Right here. On that line. You can find it. Find those symbols. There's the Ka right there. See above that is the Ka. And that's how we follow Hebrew. Akkad. And all I do is look this word up and I say, oh, okay. It means to serve. That's how we get it. Okay? Akkad. Here it is in paleo. Like I said again, this is Assyrian. And this is paleo. Right there. Okay? To set apart. So the Most High said, look here. I want y'all to be set apart. Different. You know, peculiar treasure, man. You know, like you can't just go and just say, you know, I want y'all to be mediocre. The Most High was very prolific in his words. He was very selective in his word. He basically said, look, I don't want y'all to be any kind of way. I want y'all to be the salt of the earth. I want y'all to be the motor scooters out of all the motor scooters. I want y'all women to be the baddest sisters. That means you got to keep his commandments. I want y'all to be set apart. That's what he's trying to say. I don't want y'all to be anybody that wants to be peculiar. So when you come into the house of the Most High, like we are here in South Carolina, I should be here in South Carolina, you should be peculiar. You should hold Sabbath services. You should hold Monday class, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you should hold Friday on Lashawan Kodash. You should do that. We're set apart. We're the only one. In the face of this earth, that's a fact. If not so, fine. If not so, where they at? Where they at? The ISUPK, we are the ones who are Israel. We set ourselves apart. We're doing what the Most High asks us to do. We're doing what Moses did, of course, until they were found doing error. You know, under Commander General Han, we make sure we stay to this right here. We are Israel. We're set apart, man. If you're not, get yourself checked. Get yourself checked. Get yourself served. And women, if you ain't keeping the order, if you ain't keeping the order in the house, and if women, if you're not following the order of the men in the house, get yourself checked. Set apart yourself. Serve that man. That's what this word really means. Akkad. If you type it in the chat, if you women, you understand, you men understand, just like Khan. Khan Adawan, you know, say, hey, listen. Or Khan, sir. Khan something. Let me know that you understand that to keep the standards up of Israel, you have to serve Yahweh, the Most High. So that's what the Lord told us to do. We are the same people that came out of Egypt in this third month out of Egypt. We're the same people. And Most High said what? He said this. Now, therefore, verse 5, if you will obey my voice. We're going to Exodus 19:5 for people who came to class a little late. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant. I believe that word for covenant is, I used to know it. I said, let's see. Yeah. Bariath. That's what it is. Darn, I should have had that wrong for house. is Bariath. Okay? If you will keep my, we'll write this in Paleo. Ba, Ra, Yah. So if you keep my Ba, Yah. Okay? Right here. Yeah, there we go. Bariath. There we go, right there. If you keep my covenant, that's the word for Bariath. Or it just simply means this, covenant. If you keep my covenant, write some of these words down, and it means that word right here is spelled Ba, Ra, Yah. Just like that. Bariath. Bariath, okay? All right? If you keep my covenant, right there, Bariath. And we'll make this little, that looks kind of funky there. We'll do it right. Like that. Okay? Like that. And of course you put an independent connector on Ba, and then you have Ba, Ra, independent connector on Ra. Then you have a dependent connector on the Yah. If you'll keep my covenant, then I'll make you and be a peculiar. Let's see. Now therefore, Israel, if you obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then shall you be a peculiar treasure unto me of all people. For all the earth is mine. So when he say earth, aratazah, he's saying call. Call aratazah. That means all the earth. You know? We'll take this off the book because we got no room here. All the earth. That means all the earth. That's what that means. It calls call, if you write it in Hebrew, is ka. If you look over here on the board, you see this ka right there? You say ka. Right there, ka. Then you have to have an L. There's L right there, so you say la. So, and you put a dependent connector under the whole thing. So it's call. So when you want to write aratazah, you want to say all the earth, you say call aratazah. That's all the earth. Okay? That's what he said he'll do. He is going to, he said, for all the earth is mine. That's what he said. And then you shall be a peculiar treasure to me above all the people. Okay? That's what he's trying to say to you. If we simply have hearkened his voice and listened. And then right here, verse 6, 19 and 6, follow along with me. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. That's what we get into right here. A kingdom of priests and a holy nation, man. A holy Gawayam, I'm sorry. Quadash Gawayam. Let's see if we can write that word up here. Let's call. We'll erase some of these other words up here. Let's put a holy nation. Let's see how we write that. Holy nation. And I got to write it backwards. I'm gonna put it over here so you can understand holy nation right here. Okay? Okay, so we say Kodash. And I think the word is Gawayah. Let me look it up. I believe that's the case. A holy nation. That's what we'll be if we shall be, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. That's what the children of Israel are. We are kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Okay? Holy Gawayah. Yeah, that's it right there. Gawayah. That's it. Yeah, Gawayah. Okay. Holy nation. Okay? If you, and then we'll write Kodash again. We'll write it again. We'll write Kwa. Right here. Kwa. Da. Quadash. There it is again. Qua. And then paleo. We're having qua, this Q right here. This Q right there. Right there. Then we have da. Right there. Then we have sha. Way over here. If I can move this over just a little bit. There we go. Sha. And you have to join the da and the sha together. And then of course ga with ya, we'll have to say let's see, do I want to write that? Yeah, ga. Okay, yeah, we want to do this. We want to say ga. Then we want to write the wa right here. And then we want to write ga, wa, what did I say? Ya, right here. Ga, wa, ya. Now those are independent connectors. And that's how you know, it's how you pronounce the word. So we're going to be a holy nation, man. Quadash. Ga, wa, ya. Holy nation. To the Most High. We'll give you a chance to write some of this down, and I'll read some of it off the board because I know it's sloppy. There's some things jumbled, but I'm trying to make it somewhat clear to the limited board space. But we're Israel. We're called. We're set apart to serve. We want our families in order. We want our men. We want our priests in order. That's what we're doing here in ISUPK. That's what we're doing. We're a holy nation. These are the words were spoken to the children of Israel. He wants us to be, we're a kingdom of priests. You know, so when we say, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, we're actually to bless, to bless us. We're priests. When you sisters, when you say, Yahweh Shema, Alathab Hashem, Yahweh Shai, bless your man. Bless us. That's what we need. Because when we go out to camp, especially tomorrow, you never know what's going to happen on the street. If your man needs something to eat when he comes home or before, give him a good breakfast, give him that. That's serve. That's what you do. Because we are set apart to serve the Most High. And we do it in our rank and order. The women, you have in order. The men, you have in order. Yahweh Shai has his orders. The angels even have their orders. And the Most High presides over all of that. He's set above all of that. That's what we're here to do. That's what the Most High did for us. So let's finish reading here. Let's finish reading, where were we at, 96? And Moses called, verse 7. I'm sorry, let's finish reading 6 again. 19:6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, a holy nation. Quadash Gawiyah, a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Speak unto these children. Yasharallah. Speak to them who are Israel. Maya Yasharallah. Who are Israel. That's what that word means. That's what those words collectively mean. It's who are Israel. Speak to them. And say what to them? He says, speak to them. These are the children of Israel. Speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for an elders of the people, of course, and laid the faces on the word which the Lord commanded him to do. Because Moses was getting ready to go, and I'm not going to read the whole story necessarily, but I'll put it right here. And all the people answered together and said, here is the covenant right here. Pay attention to this. Here is the Bariath, or the covenant, right here. Let's read verse 7 again. And Moses came, so I need to read verse 7 and 8. I'm sorry, it's like it. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, the priests, and laid before their faces all these words which the Most High commanded him. He laid before their faces, okay? All right. And all the people answered together and said this, all the Most High have spoken, we will do. That is a covenant. Most High ain't playing around. That's the covenant. we made right there. Say all that you have us. Let's read that again. Verse 19 and 8. Let's put this here. Let's put that right by. Let's put that rascal in red so y'all understand what this really means here. Just in case you go out there and you don't want to do what you're supposed to do. The men, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do, and the women, you don't supposed to do what you want to do. Let's put that Genesis. I'm sorry, Exodus. Lord have mercy. Exodus 19 and 8. This is the covenant right here. The Most High said this. He said the Bariath. Okay, and all the people answered together and said, this is the agreement. I mean, what they were doing, this is the agreement. Once they locked arms and said, look, we agree with it. We're saying the Most High is forming a covenant right here. And all the people answered together, because he said, look, he told them right before here, verse 5. Let's read verse 5 again. Now therefore, verse 5 is actually the covenant. The signing of the covenant, the people signed it with their voice, so we're going to say 5 through 8. This is what makes us accountable for when the Most High says something. Okay, let's see who we have in class right here. That's right, Shalom, sister. Okay, good. All right, this is what the Most High, when he came here, when he said in Exodus 19, 5 through 8, when he said these words right here, where am I? 19, there. Now therefore, verse 19, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my Bariath, right here, my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure. See, the Most High goes the opposite of that is if you don't keep it, you ain't going to be a peculiar treasure. But the Most High was making that with the children of Israel. So once he made this, so now he wants us to get back to that. So that's why Christ came, of course. Listen, he said, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. Okay? Once he locks that in, that's it. Most High made that covenant for us. And all we have to do is abide by it. Okay? Right here. You shall be a treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. The Most High was giving us our commandments. He given us our covenant. Because in Exodus the 20th chapter, you'll see where the Most High went on up and said, look here, I'm establishing these commandments here. The Lord setting commandments, statutes, and laws. You know, he's saying, look here, he's letting these people, letting us know. Let the children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians know this. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. Okay? And a holy nation. These are the words which shall be spoke unto the children of Israel. You know, Yasharallah. Maya Yasharallah. To the children of Israel. And also, and Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all the words which the Most High commanded them. Verse 7. And then the people said this. They said, okay, Most High, this is what you want us to do. And then he said this. And all the people answered together. And they said it like in one harmonious tone. All the people answered together and said, all that the Most High has spoken, we will do. This is Exodus 19, verse 5 through 8. You know, the Lord was giving us that covenant. He was giving us the covenant. He was getting ready to tell us what I'm about to do for you, what I'm about to give you involves Israel. No, none else. What I'm about to do for you and what I have done for you, taking you out of that desert, away from them filthy, stinking Africans. That's what he said. What I'm about to do for you, you know, all the things I want you to do, I want to let you know that you're going to be the priests and prophets of the Most High, a holy nation. And all the people answered together in verse 8 and said, all the Most High has spoken, we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. He turned the words of the people unto the Lord. In other words, Moses spoke for the people. He was a leader. You know, he did that. You know, see, we have in every time, dispensation of time through here, Moses was that leader. Commanding General Yohanan is the leader through the ISUPK right now of all of the nation of Israel on this earth. Jacob and Israel, Commanding General Yohanan is that leader. Okay? Let's see who else is checked in class in here. So let that sink in for a second. The Most High is letting you know that. Asha, okay? Let you join on in class, bro. Good, trooper. You know, he's letting you know. You know, he's letting you know of, that we are to be set apart to serve him. God. So that's why I emphasize this and let you know this is the answering just the covenant. And then I'll go to Exodus 20 and I'll write a few words out there and show you. And the Most High, and the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto a thick cloud, and all the people will hear, and I will speak thee and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people of the Lord. And the Most High said unto Moses, Go unto the people and sanctify them. That means set them apart. Kodash. That's the word. And sanctify them tomorrow and let them wash their clothes and all that. The Most High was setting us together. He was letting us know that, look, this is no joke. Y'all gonna get ready to be at the base of the mountain, and Moses is ready to go up here and get these commandments. He get ready to get this covenant. The Lord made a covenant with us. You see, that's what he did. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can turn to that. I believe it's in, let's see, this is Jeremiah 31. Let's see, 31. See if I can find it. Here, right here. Let's find out before we get into it. Behold the days, here you go, right here. Jeremiah 31 and 31, follow along with me. Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will make a new Bariath. Okay? Now, after we went through, the Lord gave us, we got, got the commandments, curse, we'll get back to that, but he says, the days that I'm going to make a new covenant. Okay? And to the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Of course, the Most High had to do that later on. But here, let's go back to Exodus 20 and 20 chapter. Here, let's find out what Moses was doing right here. Let's go. Let's see what the Most High called Moses up at the base of this Mount Sinai to do. This is what he did, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a Bariath. Ba, right here. Ra, Yath. Independent connector right here. Ba, then Ra, and then you want to join the Yah right there and the Tha together. This right here. Let me see if I can find it over here. This Yah right there. That Yah and that Tha gets joined together right here. Where was I? Oh, right here. Right there. Okay? That Bariath. Genesis 19:5-8, because that's what the Most High did. He basically made us a covenant, and we answered and said all that the Most High say we will do. We answered that covenant. So that locks us in. That's how you know we are the children of Israel. And none other. Ain't no sister, no other Edomites, Idumeah, no other Elams, or no other Aborigines, no other Africans. Why do you think the Most High fought against Matazarian? The Matazarian were Egyptian. We're not Egypt. So why would he fight against his people? The Most High destroyed the Egyptians. Well, we ain't the Egyptians. The Most High made sure you understood that. He destroyed Pharaoh. Pharaoh was Matazarian. Okay? He made sure. You ain't my people. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to run-shod y'all. Moses gave them plagues, and that's a whole other lesson of study. Moses put them plagues on them, boy. They got out of there, and in a haste, Moses them said, well, after Pharaoh said, take everything, spoil, take what you want, get out of here, man. I'm tired of it. After those locusts and frogs and different things, frogs' blood everywhere. He says, can't take this this is a damnation here. I can't take this. And the Pharaoh said, let me get out of here. So Montezarium got stomped on by the Most High. And Moses, the commemoration, we're going to have the commemoration in a little while here, down April the 22nd, down in Houston, Texas. We will have that. We'll have understand. They call it Passover, when the Most High put the blood on the doorpost. Okay? That was commemoration of the third month out of Egypt. You know, when they first started would be the Passover. The third month, the Most High gave them the covenant. He gave them this. He said, look, and the people said, all that you say, Lord, we will do. All you say, Most High. But, and of course, Shalash, third, Kadash, the third month, out of Montezarium. You know, Most High gave us a covenant. That's the focus of the lesson here. Then right here, let's read Exodus 20. Let's read a little bit what it says. And God spake all these words, saying, let's go to 19, the end of it, and let's see what it says. And the Lord said, 19. Let's go to 19:24. And the Most High said unto him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron, to thee. Let not the priest and the people come up to the Lord, lest he break forth unto them. In other words, they couldn't come up on that mountain with Moses. It's too holy, you see. So Moses went down unto the people. Now he went down to the people, because the Most High is up here. You know, Most High is always on a platform above us, because that's what he is. Okay? And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy God, which have brought you out of the land of Montezarium, Egypt. That's Montezarium. Okay? I brought you out of this. That's what it's saying. And I brought you out of this, and here, on the third month, out of Egypt, Shalash Kadash, I brought you out of Montezarium to establish to you my Bariath, my covenant. Okay? And then the Most High said in Exodus 20, out of the land of Egypt and out of the house of bondage. Let's look that up here. See, we got any room here? Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. Let's look up house of bondage. Let's look it up. Ooh. House of bondage here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay, there it is. Out of the house, yeah. Bariath. Bayath, I'm sorry. It looks like Bariath. Bayath is house. I ain't got room. Yeah, we'll have to make. Yeah, okay. Bayath. That's B-A. I'm sorry. Yeah. B-A. What did I say? Bayath? B-A-Y-A-T-H-A. Bayath. Okay? Let me see if I can spell it out here on the board, because I tell you, what is this right here? We don't need call right here. We know it's earth. Thought I had that word before. Out of the house of bondage. Let's write that word up here, just in case that's important there. Out of the house. Okay? Let's write this word here. Out of the house of bondage. Out of Montezarium, out of the house of bondage. Okay? There it is right here. We're going to write B, Ba, Bariath. Bar. Then we're going to write, what am I trying to do right here? Yeah, Bariath. Bariath. And then we're going to write Tha. There it is right there. That's the house. Out of the house, and of course, we'll erase this down here. And we'll write the word bondage. Just a few words here so we can explain the story a little better. And we'll write bondage down here. Okay? You gotta spell it right here. Out of the house of, D-A-G. There you go, D-A-G-E, okay? Out of the house of bondage, and a bondage is the word abad. There we go. I got that right? Yeah. Abad. So you want to write I, then you want to write a dependent connector, and that's called bond. That's bondage. That's the word. Out of the house of bondage. That's what the Most High said. And what house of bondage? Man, we would shackle in Egypt. Out of the house, bayaf, of bondage. And of course, you want to put the connectors on house. And like I said, to reiterate, in Hebrew, we have connectors to help you spell the paleo. You don't need it in the Assyrian. I wrote a couple of these words in Assyrian lecture because I don't want to confuse the two, because people will get the characters like I sometimes do, maybe sometimes. So we write house, bayaf, ba, and then ya. Okay? So you write a connector is like this. I'll write it up here. Right there. That right there is an independent connector, an upside down U. A dependent connector is a U. It looks like that. All it's doing is coupling the words together with this U right here, Yaf, and over here, Ibad. And if you want to say it independently with one sound, you say I. Right here, or you say Ba. Okay? So out of the house of bondage. So let's finish reading here. I'm glad everybody joined the chat here. If you have any questions, just put it down in the chat. If you have any particular question about the commandments and what your role is to your nation, the house of Israel, to us, the ISUPK, or women, if you have any questions about what your role is to your husband, if you already know, fine. If you're not, but you know that basically you're there to serve your husband. That's what the women are. Okay? Don't get it twisted. You're there to serve. He's not gonna beat you side the head, anything like that, but you need to serve. It's a hierarchy. You need to serve him. Of course, because we are serving Yahweh Shah. We're priests and prophets of the Most High. That's what God means. Okay? All right? So the Lord brought us out of the house of Egypt. All right? Out of the house of bondage. Then he said, the first thing he said, thou shalt have no other gods before me. No other. And then to look that word up right here, let's see. When he said, let's look at what they're really talking about. No other Elohim. You're only supposed to have Yahweh. No other Elohims. No other those Abbas or God of wood and stone, or cobblestone, or any of those other things that y'all call gods out there that you know that you're doing. If you worship mammon or money, that's a god to you. The Most High, he said in verse 2. Let's go back there again. What did it say? Let's go back there. Let's go back there and find. Go back there and find out. Let's see. We don't want to look up that right there. I am the Lord thy God, the Lord Yahweh, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the land of Matazarian, or Ratazah on their land of Matazarian. Right there. Out of the house of bondage, okay? Out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now that's not really hard to understand. So let's keep reading on. I mean, you would think it wouldn't be hard to understand because people serve, like I said, money. They serve women. People serve men. People will serve a stone if you let them. How the hell are you gonna serve a stone? That's what the cobblestone is, sitting over there in Mecca. People marched all around it, gonna serve another god. You know, the Most High told his people, okay, don't go worshiping after those cobblestone people over there. You know, don't That's not our God. Our God is Yahweh. Okay? That's who it is. That's why we cover our head here in class for women, and that's why we put on the war scarves as men, or the mitres, as men, with a hole in the top, or right here, saying that the Most High, we're giving respect to Him. Okay. And then it says, verse 4: Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. In the chat, I want y'all to write down. Tell me what the graven image. See if y'all still awake over there. I'll give y'all a chance to write something. Hope y'all ain't going back to your next class over there. What's a graven image? What the Most High talking about? What is He saying? Graven image. Type in the chat. Say, no, let's read it again right here. Let's find it out. Exodus 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, okay, or any likeness in the heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or that is under the water, that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. What is He trying to say right there? What is the Most High saying right there when it says don't make a graven image? Type in the chat what you think that is. A graven image. Let's see what somebody's written in there so far. Let's compare. Be comparative here. Shah said, tattoos. Those are graven image. Right. Give me some more. Shah, that's, I'll take that one. Anything that you put, let's put it up here. Of course, tattoos, he said tattoos. Something like that. What else? Give me some more. Give me some more graven images. I believe anything made and man-made. What do you mean? What do you mean, anything man-made? What do you mean by that? What are you saying, anything man-made? What does that mean? When you mean man-made? Because, hey, listen, this right here, this war scarf is man-made. It's not a graven image, so explain yourself a little better there. Tell me what you mean. When you say, what is the Most High referring to here? Graven images. When we work with gods of wood and stone, what is the Most High really saying? Give you guys a chance to write that a little bit more in the chat. Okay. Any graven images? All right. Let's see. What else y'all got here? Let's find out. The cross, the rock. Yeah, okay. I can buy that. And the cross, the wooden cross. Let's look that up. That's exactly right. A graven image can be. Let's look it up where that is in the Bible. Let's look that up. Let's find out. Here it is right here. Let's look up Deuteronomy. Let's look it up in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, 28th verse. We talk about this. And of course, we're talking about graven images. Caesar Borgia. That's a graven image of what they think Christ is like. Christ is not white. So, when you write a white Christ, that's a graven image. Okay, the Most High said, don't do this. Let's look this up. And there ye shall serve gods, the works of men's hands. This is what the Most High said what we would probably do here. And we did. Wood and stone, in which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. These guys don't see, hear, eat, or smell, and you worshiping. Okay? So, the wood, the cross is one. That's one. When people have the cross, they make the T, the cross, a little wooden cross, and the gods of wood and stone and graven images. That's what the Most High is trying to say to you. Shalom. Shalom. Let's take a seat. We have more people in class here. Well, that's what the Most High is trying to say to you. When you say don't worship graven images, He's trying to let you know that you got to. He's trying to let you know. He's trying to let you know that you can't worship graven images. For what? You can't worship graven images because that is what the Most High told you not to do. Right. You can use SUBCRIBE. And what's that painting over there? True, give me that. Young man, give me that. If you could for me. Bob Bashar over there, that white Jesus over there. Let me show you what's these graven images, what Moses was saying, what we shouldn't worship. This is one, we're talking class right here. When Moses came off that mountain, and Shalash Kadash, which means third month, out of Montazarian, Shalash Kadash Montazarian, the third month, and he gave us the commandments, 19:8, and said, this will you do. And the Most High, He's basically telling you, and He is telling you, don't worship this. This is one of the biggest downfalls of the Christian church. This graven image right here. I'm about to throw them on the ground here because we're getting ready for camp. Yeah, right. We're getting ready for camp. And I'm letting you know, if you don't hold this right here, you don't hold this as we're priests and prophets of the Most High. And I'll read that again here in in Exodus 19:5-8. The Most High commissioned us to be priests and prophets of the Most High. He didn't say that, so I said, damn, SUBCRIBE. That's a graven image. That's right. What He's trying to say. That's what the Most High is trying to say right here. And He's also saying, don't worship them a wooden stone in Deuteronomy 4:28. Okay, He's trying to tell you, this is not something you should do. He said, I am the Lord, the Most High, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Now, if I took the time to bring you out of the land of Egypt, why in the world would I take you out? You got you away from the Africans or the Montazarians. The Egyptians, that's the word for the Egyptian, Montazarian. Why in the world would I allow you to worship any other God? Why would I do that? So let's go back. Let's refresh in our mind here for a second. Let's go back for a second. Let's go back to Exodus 19:5-8. Let's find out what the Most High told. It says, look at here. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice, got a Bible. Grab one of the Bible. Right there. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. That means all the people. Verse 19, Exodus 19. Above all people, for all the earth is mine. Then He said this. Read verse Exodus 19:6. Let me show you what He said. Show you what the Most High said. This is what we're supposed to be doing as priests and prophets. Not worshiping the Caesar Borgia. Exodus 19:6. Read that for me, Baba Kasha.
Exodus 19:6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
What?
A kingdom of priests.
What?
A kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of priests. And what else?
And holy nation.
A holy nation. Finish reading.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
That's it. So He said we're supposed to be a kingdom of priests, man. We ain't supposed to be stumbling around here worshiping graven images. And that's the Lord gave us the Bariath. That's what this word means. Bariath. It's a covenant. That's what He said. He told us, Salaki. Tatiana Parker. Good. We have Tatiana Parker. Yeah, you keep checking in, sis. I'll write your name down. Make sure you get your name. We'll make sure we put your name down, we'll make sure you get a name if you stayed here for the right amount of time. I believe it's 6 months, or 90 days, I'm sorry. I'll write your name down like I do every class. We got some other students down here, Josiah, and some sisters here, brother over there. Okay. Well, the Most High basically said, let's go down to verse 8, 19:8. Let's show you what the people said that we'll do. Now, this is the confirmation of the Bariath. That word right there, that's a strong word, man. We don't ever say something that you don't mean. If you say if it's a covenant, The people, we said it was a covenant. Our people said it was a covenant. Well, I mean, we confirmed the covenant. The Most High gave us something good. The Most High gave us a covenant, so we confirmed it by saying what? Read verse 19 and 8.
Exodus 19 and 8.
Read it loud and clear.
And all the people answered together and said,
all
that the Lord has spoken.
All that the Lord of the Most High has spoken. Go ahead. What else?
We will do.
We will what?
We will do.
Okay, I believe it. Read that again. Say it loud and clear so the audience can understand.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
That's what he said. All that the Most High have said, we will do. That is a confirmation of this Bariath. We weren't supposed to be breaking this covenant. Of course, the Most High bringing us back to this covenant, and priests and prophets of the Most High. That's what he's saying for us to do. We are what? Go back to verse 6.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of what?
A kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of priests. And a kingdom of priests, and what else?
And holy nation.
A holy nation. That holy nation, that word for holy is Kodash. To set apart. Nation. Okay, Gawayah. Where is that at? There it is right there. Kodash, Gawayah. When you say Kodash, you're saying, and paleo, from right to left. Quadash. And you join it together with a dependent connector. And you're saying Gawayah. That means holy nation. That's what the words we're reading. So when he said, read that again. Read verse 6 again.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
Kingdom of priests and a what?
And an holy nation.
And when he said the holy nation, he was saying a Kodash Gawayah. He was saying with a loud voice, a Kodash Gawayah. That's what he was saying. The Most High said, look here. If you do what I said, let's go back to verse 5. Let's make sure you guys understand what we said when we got into this as the children of Israel. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No other nation on the face of this earth. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When he said that you're going to do what? Read verse 5 for me. Baba Kushallah.
Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant.
Keep my Bariath. That's what he was saying right there. This word right there. Keep my Bariath. Finish reading.
Then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Above all the people, and what?
For all the earth is mine.
Well, all the earth is the Most High. So he's going to give this to you. Okay? And then, of course, read verse 6 again. We'll make sure you understand.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation.
A kingdom of priests and a Kodash Gawiyah. If Israel set themselves apart on my original writing that I have here on the board and serve Ikad, if we do this, if we, Maya, Yasharala, who are Israel, Maya, this is the word Maya, or who, Yasharala is Israel, who are Israel, if you will set apart yourself, which means Kodash, or Badal, which is separate, and Badal Ka, you put it on the end. They mean virtually the same thing, but they are different words. If you separate yourself and do like I'm supposed to do and make yourself holy and serve me, that's what he's saying. And that's the covenant. And then the people, let's go back to the answer again. This is why I love this right here. Go back to verse 8. I love when the Most High, he gave us a chance to confirm this Bariath, or this covenant. He gave us a chance. That's a lot. For a second. Keep quiet. Keep a little quiet over there, okay? He gave us the commandments. And he gave us the covenant, the Bariath, and he said this. And I'm sorry, this is what the people answered. You know, people like me. That could have been me. But I'm saying we are the priests and prophets of the Most High. That's what we just got through reading. This is what we just got through reading out of verse 6. And the people answered and said, what?
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord hath spoken.
All that the Lord hath spoken. Get ready.
We will do.
We will what?
We will do.
We will do. All that the Most High has spoken, we're going to do. The Most High ain't playing around. He's not slack concerning his promises as one counts slackness. You know, the Most High, when he says something, that's what it means. That's when we did this, he proclaimed us as his people. And he said, we said, all that the saved priests and prophets, we would do. That's why we're going out to camp tomorrow. That's why we're going to have Sabbath class tomorrow. That's why we're having Lashawan Kodash class. That's why Commander Joni Hanna is the commander and leader of the ISUPK in 1969, teaching his men, his women, and his family and his children to do what? Let's read that again. And all the people answered and said together, all that the Lord have what?
All that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
All, unfinished reading.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
Right, and that's when we are been awake since 1969 and understood this is talking about us. This is talking about, when I say us, you need not apply if you're not black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. This is us. If you have questions in the chat, just type them in. This is us. The Most High is serious. When he makes a covenant, man, he ain't playing around. He's telling you, the people said, all that the Most High has spoken. And he gave, Moses was his, when he went to the mountain, it was his mouthpiece. The angels talking to him through the Most High, speaking to those angels. And he's telling Moses, look here, all that you said, we're going to do. Of course, we know later on Jeremiah 31, we did some things in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We got some curses. We'll go, we may have time, we may go to that, I don't know. But let's go back to Exodus, the 20th chapter. Let's find out some more things here because Trooper Shaw was saying tattoos and this Christ, these graven images. There are many graven images that people use that should not be tattoos and everything. There's a lot of things on here that you should, in the earth, that you shouldn't be worshiping as blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The other people, do what you want to do. Have it up, live it up. You're ready to lose your kingdom. We're getting ready to take over. The ISUPK is going to lock horns. The Most High is going to come down here, lock horns, and take this over by force. He loves us because y'all ain't going to do what you're supposed to do, these other nations, to give it back up to the children of Israel anyway. Because we made a covenant. Let's go to verse 4. Read that. Exodus 20 and 4.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Graven image. That graven image, that Cesare Borgia, that white Christ I just threw on the ground, Idumeah, that Haman hit himself, that's the color he was. King Agag, that's the color he was. All right. The Roman leaders, the Caesars, every last one of them. They're hiding themselves, morphing themselves, trying to make themselves look like they us. We are the children of Israel. We are the ones, okay? So, finish reading. Thou shalt make not unto thee a what now?
Any graven image. Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven or above. Or that is in the earth beneath. Or that is in the water under the earth.
Listen here. In the Shemayim, the heavens, that's what Shemayim means. I don't know how we'll have it in room on the board. I'll have to get a bigger board. Shemayim, those are the heavens. The Most High separated the Shemayims. He's saying that, look here, from the Aratazah to the Shemayims, he don't want you to have any what? Read that. Read that again, thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above,
and the Shemayim above,
or that is in the earth beneath,
and the Aratazah beneath,
or that is in the water under the earth.
Oh, the water under the earth. Okay? That's what the Most High is saying. The Most High is a good God. He's letting you know, this is how, Moses, you're going to keep this Barioth that you proclaim, that you and all the people said in Exodus 19:5-8, that you're going to do. You said you was going to do it. This is what Moses said. This is what the Most High said. When he says something, he means it. Okay, let's read verse 5.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
That's right. Now, see, we won't don't bow down ourselves to them and reverence them. Let's see. This is what all the other nations wanted us to do in our captivity. Of course, we did. We just had it in Purim where Haman tried to tried to make Mordecai bow down. That's just one instance. You know, that's just one instance. We had plenty of time, different instances where we had to reverence. Anytime you reverence something else, you're giving disrespect to the Most High. Do me a favor. Turn to Psalms. Let's find out here. Let's see. I believe it's Psalms. Let me get tag my memory here. 111. Yeah. 111. 111 verse 9. 111 verse 9. Let me tell you who you should be giving reverence to. You don't should be bound down to anybody. That's not part of the Bariyath. The Bariyath, the Most High said, who should you be reverencing? Read that. Tell them where you at.
Psalms 111 verse 9.
Read.
He sent redemption unto his people.
Who? He sent redemption unto his people. Now this is talking about the Most High. He sent redemption to his people. And what else?
He hath commanded his covenant forever.
He commanded his Bariyath. That word becomes again. And if I look that same word in Hebrew, it says Bariyath. He did what? Let's start from the top. Read again. He said what?
He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever.
It's Bariyath forever. Go ahead.
Holy and reverend is his name.
Holy and what?
Reverend is his name.
And what?
Reverend is his name.
It's his Shamka. It's Yahweh is to be reverenced. He's the one to be reverenced and revered. That means you bow down to him. This wicked Haman that we just came off of Purim. And we tack on him because this is one Edomite that has some nerve to come up here and tell a priest and prophet of the Most High, Mordecai, to bow down to him. This ain't something that the Most High asked us to do. That's why we're going over this in Friday Night Lashawan Kodai's class. This is not something that he asked us to do. He didn't ask us to reverence nothing. When we go out to camp, we're supposed to be the head, not the tail. The Most High, there is a prophecy where the Most High will make these other nations bow down and kiss our boots. But we're not supposed to be the ones who bow down to anybody. No reverence to anybody. So read that again. Psalm 111.
He sent redemption unto his people.
Redemption. See, we're redeemed, man. We need redemption. If anybody needs redemption, it's the black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Don't get it twisted. We've been the ones whipped, beaten through slavery. 400 years here. 2,000 years of slavery. We didn't have no indentured servitude under these nations. This is a straight out slavery. Slaughter. They hate us. Violence. We're the ones who've been put down. But read that again. It said redemption to his people. And what is that?
He hath commanded his covenant forever. Holy and reverend is his name.
Holy and reverend is the Most High's name. Shamka is the word for name. Okay? But when you said Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodeshaya, Shamka, that's what you're saying. Our Father, which art in heaven. Holy. Read that again. Holy. Our Father, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash. That's this word here. We'll get into the Lord's Prayer the next time we go around. I believe it's next Friday I'll get into it. Quadash. Holy and reverend is his name. Shamka. Okay, read that again.
Holy and reverend is his name.
It's his name. Okay? Quadash Shamka. That's what we say when we repeat the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodesh Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malachvutka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Ba'arataza, Haya, Shah. That's what we're saying in Hebrew. We're saying, Lord, our Father, which art in heaven, holy be thy name. That means you're reverencing him. That's what you're supposed to do. We'll read that one more time so you can understand that. You don't reverence nobody else. Okay? This not the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians you don't. Read that.
From verse 9 from the top.
Verse 9 from the top.
He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever.
Right.
Holy and reverent is his name.
Holy and reverent is his name. I think by now you understand that the Lord is to be revered. His name. That's why he didn't want you to break his covenant or his bariath. He didn't want you to break that covenant. That's why he marched us out of Egypt. And that third month we got out of there, in Shalosh Kadash, he said, here is a bariath. We agreed with it. We agreed with it. Let's see, boys. We agreed with that covenant. Go back to Exodus there for me, if you could for me. Exodus 20 chapter. Okay? No. Go to verse 5. Let's read that again. Let's make sure that we understand that you shouldn't bow down in front of these. Let's look at. Tell them where you at.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Thou shalt not bow down themselves to these other gods. That's what he's trying to say. You don't bow yourself down to the man. The word is shakah. You don't shakah. You don't bow down. Let's see if I got word some time to write that down. Shakah. Yeah. Well, we know what the Most High is. Let's put that word. I think is Shah. Finish reading that. Read that again.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
right,
nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
Right. He's what?
A jealous God.
He's a jealous God. Finish reading. Visiting
the iniquity of the fathers upon the children,
right,
unto the third and fourth generation,
okay,
of
good.
them that hate me.
That's good enough. So, shakah, that word right there, bow down. Don't do that. Thou shalt not bow down. Don't do that. Okay? Don't bow down. The Most High is not interested in you bowing down to anybody but himself. We read that in Revelation 1:11 and 9. That's the Most High interested in you serving him as a priest. And women, you serving your men. That's what, see, everything has a rank and order in here. You don't just come up and say, I'm my own queen in the household. and that's the women don't just say that, you know, because there's one king in the household. There's one hierarchy in the household. And then I'm sorry, let me back it up. God is in your household, Yahweh. Then Yahweh Shai. Then the priest and prophet of the Most High. Then comes the princes. Because if you had just because you got a king in the household, you know, he's your Adawan, you know, woman. The women will say that to their husband, to their rib, you know, to their husband. You don't go say, well, I want to be a queen. If you did that, that's what these wicked kings and queens of England put people on the same parallel. That's what they try to do. You know, that came from all of these white Edomites who trying to make the woman be something. Look at this. How old is this queen, officer? She's pretty old, ain't she?
She's about 80.
About 80 years old. She's sitting around here or more, sitting up here. 80-something officers. That's very good. She's about 80-something years old, sitting right here talking about she's a queen of England. You know, and then she can be the leader. You know, that is so not what Israel do. You know, the woman does not run the household here. This is what you understand. When the Most High made us priests and prophets of the Most High, when the Lord made us priests and prophets, we're supposed to run our household, okay, and run it the way you see fit under the Most High. You see, he didn't ask. That's why we call you a princess, because that's what you are. But if a queen, then you're trying to have the same rank and authority as a king. No, okay, and the king ain't around, then I'm the king, queen. And I understand, there's a way, we'll get into one of those classes, we'll show you what the rank and order is, and we'll get into order. I mean, the rank and order is the Most High, Yahweh, then the man, then the woman, then the children. But we'll get deeply into that in one of these classes here. We'll write all the things on the board. But right here, I hope you understand that in Lashwan Kodash, that we are Israel. We're set apart. We're holy. We serve the Most High. Akkad. We serve the Most High. You know, we are a holy nation. Kodash Gawiyah. You know, we allow. The Most High has allowed us to be priests and prophets, and we should act and behave like that. We shouldn't do anything other than that. We should understand who we are. We should understand that the Most High is serious. He ain't slacking right there. He knows. That's why Moses understood. Let's see. Let's go to give one of our last texts here, and then we'll end the class here. Let's see. See where I want to go here. Let's go back and read that again. I don't want to go too far in depth there. Let's go back. Let's make sure you understood. Let's go back to Exodus 19:1. Let's make sure you understood what this class all came from under the third month of Egypt, and we marched out of Egypt. Go ahead, start. Read for me, Bob Kushah.
Exodus 19, verse 1. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. Mm-hmm. For they were departed.
So stop right there. Okay. See, that third day, the third month out of coming out of Egypt. That word is shalash, is third. And we'll get into that in the numbering system here. We'll mix that in maybe next class also. And the word for Kadash is month. So we say shalash Kadash. The third month out of where? Out of the land of where?
Egypt.
Out of the land of Egypt. And Egypt means Matazarium. So we say that word, how we say the third month out of Egypt, we say Shalash, Kadash, Matazarium. You know, you don't have to, I can put in all the other words, but it's understood in Hebrew. If I said Shalash, first thing come to your mind is three, or third, okay? Okay, when I say Kadash, oh, that's third month. We'll get into that. And if I say Matazarium, oh, that's Egypt. So that's third month of Egypt. Automatically, that's pin right in your head. Okay? You don't have to get into it. We'll learn how to break it down in sentence structure, break it down even further. But sometimes when we read the Tanakh, it doesn't get in depth with all of the readings to all the small words. It's included. There's so many terms that can be included here. That's what they're trying to say right there. They are saying that in Hebrew. Even I understand it, but they're not, I don't have to write out of it. It's understood. That's my point. So, do we have any other, let's see who the last person checked in class here. So we'll get one more text here. Sister Yaila, Shara Banath. Okay, good. Mrs. Shara and Sister Yaila, you normally in class. Glad you joined us. Very good. If you have any questions, type in the chat. We're almost done here. We'll give it about 5 more minutes and we'll conclude class. Okay, now, so in that third month, basically we had came out of Egypt, trampled those Egyptians, okay? All right, now, we'll go down here. Moses was going up into that mountain. Read that, verse 3, to show you how Moses, we'll read that again. Moses went up to the mountain, and he was getting ready to get those commandments. Go ahead and read that.
Exodus 19, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And Moses went up unto God,
mm-hmm.
and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel.
He's going to tell the children of Israel something. He's going to tell them, this is what I want you to do. Because after living under some stinking Africans for, 400 some years, building pyramids and walking through a living hell there, the Most High wanted to make sure this is what I want you to do. See, the Most High didn't leave us. He said, be content with such things you have. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He didn't leave us. He basically said out of the third month, Shalash Kodash Matazarium, what I want you to do. So read that again. Read verse 4.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself.
He brought us unto himself. What does that mean? That he brought us, that the Most High brought us to himself. He's bringing us back to him. He's giving you a covenant, a baria. The Most High ain't playing around. He's Most High is an original OG. He's telling you how to get back to him through that baria. That's what he wants right there. That ba rayaf. And of course we have independent connector. Ba, ra, and then you have a dependent connector, yah. That word right here. See that? Yah. You got let's go over this right here real quick. You have ba, okay. Then you have ra right here. That's what that is right there. Then you have yah. Right there, a little laid down Z, then you have tha. This is paleo up here. Of course, the Syrian, all you have to do is follow the order down there, just like that in the right, and you'll be close anyway. But it has connected, so you have to say it. Ba, independent and ra, and then you have to join the za, the ya and the tha together, which makes the word the suffix tha. Okay? Bariyaf, okay? So finish reading that again. Read that for me again. Yeah. Now read verse 5. I'm sorry. Slide.
Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant,
and keep my bariyaf, go ahead,
then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
A peculiar treasure. Okay, go ahead.
For all the earth is mine.
Finish reading. Okay, go to 6. Let's make sure we're gonna conclude the class and let you know what the people actually said to confirm this bariyaf. Go ahead. Verse 6.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation.
We are a kingdom of priests, a holy nation. What the Most High is saying, Kazak Shapar, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yasharala. I am a priest of the Most High, okay? Go ahead, finish reading.
These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Okay, verse 7.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all of these words which the Lord commanded them.
Now, I'm getting ready to conclude class. Pay attention. This is what the people said to this bariyah. This is what they said. They said this. They said these words. They confirmed the bariyah right here that the Most High gave to us. Read.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
We will what?
We will do.
We will do. And what else? Finish reading.
And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
And then what?
And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee.
Okay, see, the Lord is getting ready to go to a thick cloud, and he's basically, he's going to tell the people what the commandments that I want you to do.
Right.
That's what the Most High said. He's going to go up to that cloud and Moses and tell the people, this is how I want you to obey me. This is why I said, he said, don't have no other gods before me. We read in Exodus 20 chapter. And this concludes the class. I hope you understood. Let's clap it up. Clap it up for class. On chat, put your claps in there, put your claps in class. And this is now that we're priests and prophets of the Most High. Because we're doing, and we're picking up the bariyah, and we're serving the Most High, Ikad, from what we established a long time ago. We're doing it now, okay? Under command of Junior Honda, ISUPK, okay? We are the security announcements. We're the ISUPK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months of period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. My asherah, 10%. Of every penny or increase the Most High gives you. give to the treasury department or the teacher. The priest fund. It's a free will offering of the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount that you would like to give upholding convocations. Of course, we just got off the Purim, because we have it every year. And we had a great time there. And this next holy convocation is going to be the Passover down in Houston, Texas. You know, get with your camp leader. Make sure you understand. April the 24th, I believe. A lot of people will be showing up. The Passover is actually April 24th. The Passover is the 14th day of the first month. Saturday, April 24th, 2021. Okay? Exodus 12, 1 through 51. Leviticus 23, 4 through 5. 1 Corinthians 5, 7 and 8. And 2 Corinthians 30 and 17. Okay? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atham to all my brothers. We give a courtesy salute to my sisters. You stand. Sisters, go ahead, stand. Put your hands together like this. Yahweh, so repeat after me. Yahweh, Shemar, Al, Athah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. For that we say, Shalom.